work for a
Peace.
B-side
Fight.
fight. B-side fight.
Peace out, Fai.
Yeah, welcome to the Developmental Focus Point. I'm your host, Bo Scarbrough, two-time national champion, face of the USFL, champion of the USFL, and with me, as always, my two legendary co-hosts, the best they ever do it at quarterback, broke many records, didn't get recognized as he should. One of the guys that still available, still can play quarterback and running back, Blake Sim, and my other co-host. This guy here came out of high school, all around athlete, played offense, defense, special team. He was the holder. He was the kicker. No one know what position he was gonna play. One of the fastest guys that was on the field. Made his name at Alabama that everyone remember. And that's Christion Jones. And we're brought to you by Workspace Solution and Oakmount Financial Partner. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and roll tide. What's up, guys? How y'all guys doing?
What it
What up?
do? What it do? What it do?
How you
Man,
doing? Oh, I know you training, getting ready for the season. How that going?
man, it going good, man. Last week, man, I wasn't able to get number one or two workouts in, man. I was busy with media, and I went up to Haddon High School up there by Huntsville, and I spoke to the school up there for about 45 minutes to an hour. And I've been on all the news stations: WTUV, WVTM, ABC, NBC, Fox 6, Fox Sports. Man, any news stations that in Alabama that you can name, I've been on it. Man, having me getting up at 4:30, 3:30, 5 o'clock, all different times, and
Yeah.
they hold, and I'm having a 12 to 11 hour day,
Yeah.
eating Baumhauer 5 times in 1 week. Didn't know that I would have a meet and greet at Baumhauer's, and I just had Baumhauer's the night before. Then the night after that, I'm back at Baumhauer's meeting and greeting again, taking pictures, signing autograph, passing out flyers for you know for the fans to come to, and so they can get their tickets online even cheaper. You can get a box for the season. It's 120 for 6 games. You can get sideline passes added with it as well. Working on these new guys, man, teaching them, the ropes on the Birmingham Stadium, what we expect, and the type of team that we're gonna be, and what's new for us, and what's gonna change. And yeah, it's been a pretty long week, man. By you know really having to answer the same question, but you gotta answer it in a different way, in a smart way, in a way that people can understand, and what I'm saying, you can, because you basically, what I'm saying, putting yourself out there, and that face that you have is what people gonna judge you by. And it been a great week, man. Went out to took it went home to Dallas, see my girl and my son. Missing them. They were doing good. My son, he getting big. He running around, spoiled. I'm soft hearted for him. Same thing for my girl. Trying to take some stuff off of her plate while I can, while I was there, and
Yeah.
try to make everything right with us. Everybody not in a great relationship. Everything gonna happen. So, we just trying to get everything back in order and back on track, and be one happy family again, and and also dealing with the GMs at the USFL and the committee and all that, and also our show, the big part of the week, the developmental focus point, where we you know t- talk about how we're going to develop these kids, and we got to think of ways that these kids can understand what we're talking about, and that they can put that in perspective. And I hope that the parents listen to Blake Sim mom from the last show that we had. To the parents that going through this recruiting process, I would advise y'all to, go back and watch Blake Sim's mother break down. She did a very good job at, how to handle the recruiting process, and when your son on the field, how people don't know that's your son playing, and they saying negative things about him. And she was very humble. One thing she would do is just turn around and smile at him and so that's what I've been having going on so far. Dealing with my family, dealing with the USFL, and also, dealing with our show, because we have to have this show up to par, and we have to make sure the young guy listen to us, because we've
Yeah.
been through this, and now we're coaching guys to go through this. And no one told us about the recruiting process when we were coming out. We were just going off of how we felt and what we seen, and no one ever really gave us the knowledge, about the recruiting process and what to look for. And don't just go to a school because you like what's at the school, and what I'm saying, you like what's going on around. You got to think about it. You're only gonna be there for 3 to 4 years, and you're not gonna live on campus. So you have to take that in perspective, and during your recruiting process, where you're gonna be at for the next 3 to 4 years. If this is gonna be the right place for you, are you gonna be happy at this place? Are you gonna be discouraged? Are you gonna overcome adversity? Are you gonna be able to handle the ups and downs and the responsibility if you're going to a Power Five school? So I'm happy that us three guys are able to do that to these kids, because we didn't have no one do that. And I know it's very different from Trent. Me and Trent came out similar, far as like stacks and everything. He had more stacks than I did, but we were still being talked about in the same category. So this what I've been having going on, man. Trying to get these kids to understand their recruiting process, and what it is in the end, and not just this NIL deal with this money. Think about your future. Think about that piece of paper that you gonna get from that university, because no one said that you can play football to the age of 80 years old, or Jerry Rice and all the old guys will still be playing. So you have to think about what you're going to do next after football. And it's a hard transition. You just got to have the heart and the mindset to do that. And I think that Coach Saban have drilled that in us, Christian and Blake, that after football, we know what we want to do, and we know how to handle the situation, because we've been built mentally, physically, and emotionally strong. And most importantly, he taught us integrity. And yeah, man, that's what I have going on, man. That's what been going on for the past week or so. So what about you, Christian and Blake? I know you guys have y'all 7-on-7 tournament that just passed, right? Or y'all played a game that just passed. How did that go?
Everything went smooth. We did pretty well. We was in Georgia, Emerson, Georgia. Played in a pylon tournament. I think we did very well as a team. This is our guys' first time ever being able to be a part of something like this. So I don't think we played the way we wanted to play that Sunday, that morning, but I think we did what we were supposed to do in terms of competing and being able to withstand our own against some top-ranked recruits. Would have been a lot of distractions being there, DJs, media guys, photographers, all that. Even Cam Newton team was out there. Cam Newton himself was out there. So it was a lot of distractions. I think our guys did a good job being able to lock in and focus in to be able to win a few games out there. Like I said, we didn't complete the tournament the way we wanted to, but we was able to go out there and compete with some of the top athletes in the country.
Right. That's good. That's good. That's good. Do you see any top? Do you see any players on your team that can be possibly a 5-star or a big time recruit? Recruit.
In due time, We got a lot of young guys, a lot of sophomores, upcoming juniors. So in due time, I think a lot of our guys do have potential to be able to change their family lives here in the near future. But it's all like clouded upon potential at this point. They got to still learn how to work for being a 5-star or being ranked. They also need to learn to take advantage of the different individual combines and things like that, camps this summer that they can do to put themselves at the forefront of that conversation. So I think there's a lot of things that these guys still got to work on. Like I said, we got a lot of young guys. Not many of our guys are upcoming seniors. A lot of our guys still have 2, maybe 3 years to still perform and showcase their talent. So I think as long as they take advantage of everything that they're facing in terms of 7-on-7, going back to their schools in the spring and the summer, being able to compete, taking advantage of the camps that they can go to here around the city and out of state, they'll be able to put themselves on the pedestal because they for sure showed during 7-on-7 that they compete with these guys, but individually it takes a different type of stem of confidence and self-motivation to be able to go out there and compete in terms of times and one-on-ones and trying to expose yourself to a lot of people who's out there that can rank you. So
right. Are you telling your players, I'm asking you this question personally. I know you probably are, but are you telling your players, the possibility what could happen at the next level, what it take to get to the next level, and having a head on a swivel to get ahead of the other guys? Because when we was training, the one thing that we always said, and we always said this, someone is always working while we're not working, and that's why we was always on that field in that weight room, because we wanted to win championships. And that's why, because we always thought that the opponent was working, so we wanted to work harder than our opponent. And everyone on this call, y'all know that our main motto was to make the other team quit and not want to play us again. So my question is to you: are you feeding that into your guys about the next level, what it takes, and are you telling them the camps that they can go to make themselves better? I know you play receiver, running back, you know, corner, safety, and all. And I know you know what it takes, and I know where the camps and stuff be at, where the best of the best that go to. And I just was wondering, do you express that to them about getting into these type of camps and going to these type of school camps and stuff like that?
oh, most definitely. We try to at practice and in the 7-on-7, we try to make sure that we illuminate the term, pay attention to detail, and also paying attention to the work that they put in outside of their respective programs. So what I like to enforce is the fact of the matter that it takes more than just coming to 7-on-7. It takes more than just going to practice at your spring practice and even summer workouts. The team has goals and you have individual goals with the team, and the individual part comes in hand when you're doing things outside of the sport, outside of the organization together, to be able to develop yourself individually. Because if everyone develops themselves individually, it'll make the team better. So I also let them know that there are websites. I let them know that the first thing that they carry in their hand and everything that they use is social media. Carrying their phone. These kids walk around with Chromebooks in school now, so they have all the tools they need to be able to Google and look up where's a summer camp. So it's not. I'm not in the business of trying to hold their hand to try to get them to do certain things in terms of their future. I try to allow them to be independent and be able to learn how to be responsible and have time management to be able to even look at camps on social media and to be able to sign up. I do hold out my hand to be able to help them sign up and find ways for them to maybe fundraiser or ask parents or help in need when it turns to financial. But their career is going to go as far as they take it. and it's always on the retrospect of what they do individually to be able to put themselves in position to flow and reach their goal. Because at the end of the day, time is ticking. Even though they're young, I do emphasize the fact that they won't be 10th graders forever. They won't be juniors forever. At some point, they're going to be either wishing they would have or glad they did. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just all about them putting their foot forward to be able to step out on faith and step out on their own confidence and athleticism to be able to reach their goal in terms of going to college and being able to be on campus. And I do also I get there. I try to give them the consideration of, even if just taking a tour at a school, at a small school, being on campus is something that they need to be able to visualize before they go, so they kind of have an understanding of what they're getting themselves in terms of the sport world, academics, and just living life on a campus. Is different. It's more independence and responsibility than people really can attest to, because at Bama we did have a lot of resources to be able to guide us step by step, but everybody don't have that process, and everybody don't have the resources to be able to have the step-by-step guidelines to be able to be successful on and off the field. So for them, it's just about, knowing what they want and seeing their vision for the future, and not so much living in the moment.
And also, bro, just to back up on what Jones said, bro, Jones does a great job explaining to the kids why why his voice has raised to another level and why it's mellow. He does a great job explaining every detail situation out to him. It was one time after a game, we were supposed to win the game, but on the last play of the game, we lost it. And the way that he expressed his feelings and how you supposed to handle success was just amazing. And I kind of stole some of his words and gave it to my players, that you can't really sit there and hang on your success or your accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? You got to move to the next, because when the next goal comes, you got to be ready for it. And just the way kids was just looking at him. I think that's the big thing of being a coach, that like when you talk to your kids gonna look at you a certain type of way, right? And the way he just talked to them and just giving them the structure, like you could tell that them kids, like they knew they messed up, but they was ready to run through a wall for Jones.
Right. Yeah. There's always, there's always been in the play since football been around. You know what I mean? And we we have to get these kids to understand that they need to do what they want to do and not what they friends is putting in their ear to do. Like, like for an example, when I was in middle school, when I first came to Tuscaloosa to middle school, and a guy, he asked me, he was like, you playing basketball? I'm like, no, I play football. He was like, no, you should play basketball. I think you better in basketball. And I'm like, how you gonna tell me that I'm better in basketball when you never seen me play football before?
Right.
So where I'm going with this, you have kids that be so tight, and whatever they friend do, that's what they want to do, because every group have that peer pressure leader in a group that's saying, hey, if you don't play football, then we're not gonna hang out with you. If you don't play basketball, then you can't hang with us. If you don't do this, then you lame, you not this type of person, and you not cool. And I think that will go on it been going on for a while, you know, since sports been available. And I think that a lot of kids need to realize that just because your friend is playing football and he is as good as you are, you don't have to play football. You can go be a doctor to help your friend be to help your friend become a better football player. That way y'all are what, two famous people that you want to be, because everybody think that they have to play a sport or anything to be famous or to be rich. No, you can be the most famous doctor, like Dr. Andrews and Dr. Kane and Dr. Carter. Like, you can go up to state of, you can go up to South Dakota and ask someone up there about Dr. Kane, and they'll know Dr. Kane. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the state of Utah that no one even, you know what I'm saying, think about going to, and they'll know Dr. Kane because he
Bro,
have jerseys in his office about that.
not to cut y'all, man. Dr. Andrew so famous, bro. He got a baseball card. Like how we got
That's what I,
football.
yeah,
Dr.
that's what
Andrew
I'm
got,
saying. Like, and
Oh, so
everybody on, and then everybody thinks that Dr. Andrew only have one office. No, his original office is in Pensacola, and that's what they don't know. St. Vincent got the name because of Andrew Kane and everybody, you know what I'm saying, who came through there, who works there, and they got all these people jersey on the wall, Adrian Peterson, Drew Brees, myself, Trent, you know what I'm saying, Eddie Laces. It's a Hebrew of athletes that's in there, and not just football, hockey and soccer, yeah, a sport that you didn't think that you can get hurt in. And you know, you can be famous by fixing an athlete up or a normal person or whatever. But
I
you
think
know,
like it's more about like I think more people need to like. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like more people need to like start looking in to how God looks at you. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like how you
right.
God, how you helping the next person, how you bringing up the next person. Because you moving like that, bro. That's how you catch your blessing.
There you go. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And just ask questions, man. I want younger kids to ask more questions, bro. Like lean more on doing the lame stuff. Like ask more questions, bro. Like that's not it's doing lame stuff is not bad, man. It's not bad. Run
you
the
know,
class.
like kids gotta realize too, man. Well, parents, I'm gonna say parents, man. It starts in the household, and we preach this all the time. I know Jones preach. I know Chris. I know Blake preach it. I know Bo, you damn sure preach it, man. Like a lot of our habits, bad habits, good habits, wherever it is, it starts in the household. And so, as us being parents now, Bo, Blake, um, you know, we're got to be able to teach these kids like it's not okay to not be loyal. Like, and I say that from what you was talking about with your these kids. They want to play something because somebody else playing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't do that. Or a lot of these coaches are limiting these kids to one sports nowadays. Like think about it. We played 2, 3, 4, 5 sports growing up.
Right. Track, basketball, football.
Football.
Then they want you to come out and play baseball, tennis.
But you like you think about it. When the last time you seen I ain't gonna say a two sport guy, but I mean, but really, like you don't see two guys no more. Like
Right.
in this
You don't.
at these times to where people want to play football all year round, man. Put that ball down sometime. People want to play basketball all year.
Exactly.
Like it's a lot on your knees, and y'all can be good at something else. Like y'all can go pick up a book. Like man, listen, bro, it's so much. Like we was having a talk the other day, man, and it's not to to go off subject, man. Um, would you rather have street smarts or common sense in book smarts? And so the
You
point of
say that again now. You said, would you rather have,
would you
say that
rather
again.
have over book smarts and common sense? And I
You
and
keep cutting out. You keep
would
cutting
you
out.
smarts over common sense and book smarts?
Would I rather have street smarts over common sense and book smart?
Yeah,
Hell no, I would rather have common sense and book smart.
there you go. And so when I talk about, I mean, I definitely think you should have a mixture of all of it, right? And when I mean street smarts, and I'm not talking about street dudes, like
Yeah.
far as knowing what ounces is, or or dealing with weed or something like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about experiences that you done had, and you can get those same experiences in the house of learning from your parents, like what not to do, being around coaches, being put in situations where, okay, like my kids ain't never been around the hood. They ain't never had to worry about that, but the street smarts that they got with their common sense to add to it, like it's not gonna make them have to worry or look behind, look over their back every time they go out in the streets. That
Right.
when not,
But that street spark gonna help you when you deal with them agents.
yeah. And so listen, and I say that too because as a black community or as athletes, right? We can't do nothing without that paperwork as far as getting a job. We gotta have some type of book smarts. Like they're not taking no dummies. They ain't letting
Right.
nobody 500 companies run these damn companies and ain't got no type of no type of book smarts. Like it's not gonna happen.
Exactly. Right.
Like you have because most of the guys got street smarts. You think about Jimmy Sexton, right? And it's not the countless pockets, nothing like that. That's the most street smart dude it is to me. And that's the real hustler. You think about this, right? Not only he had all them players, but he got the GOAT. He got Coach Saban. So with him having Coach Saban, he had the Kirby Smarts. He had the Lane Kiffins. Like that's street smart, knowing that okay, players don't last for long in the NFL or any sport. But a coach
Right.
will go get a job in the next place and do the same damn thing. And so I'm gonna re-up my contract every time they re-up theirs.
Right.
Like so
Exactly.
when you got it like that, like that's street smart. Like to know that okay, maybe I can't get this guy with, I can get this coach. So if I can get a Coach Saban, guess what I can get? I can get a Julio Jones, Trent Richardson. I can go get a I can go get a Talib. I mean, like you got to think about it like that. Like a lot of people don't even look at it like that. Because Bobby Humphrey broke this down to me, man. I was talking to him. I was like, well, why didn't you let Marlon go with Jimmy? Because he was the best agent out there and all this other stuff. It was like, well, Trent, if you get hurt, if my son get hurt, or something happened off the field, and they got to pick between the coach or the GM and the player, who you think they're gonna go with? They're gonna go with the GM and the coach. Because when y'all done, bro. But
Right.
I didn't have anybody in my life that noticed that type of stuff, and I wish I did.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. That's real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you for sharing that. That was some powerful stuff right there. But we
So do
gonna
you
get
think that we need like more people, like more OGs, like stepping up and telling these kids, like how Dion said, like you can't want to be an NFL player and a dope boy. It just don't go
right.
together.
I just think that these kids nowadays have to put their pride to the side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
And the
also it's
reason,
like my fault. Go ahead.
go ahead. What you finna say?
I was saying like another thing Jones said. If you want them followers and you want that camera in your face, act up on the field. Do your
Right.
job on the field. Because no matter where
Exactly.
you at, you can be what I mean, any smallest town in any state, you can be in that county, and them coaches gonna find you, man. You put them
Exactly.
up, them coaches gonna find you, and then guess what else is gonna find you behind that? Because when you get the Alabama office, the Clemson office, the Florida State office, somebody gonna be like, "Damn, we gotta get down there and see that kid before somebody else get the story." Because it's all the company,
Mm-hmm.
just like the
Right.
media competition with the media. They all want the first story. They want to put the story out first. So if
Right.
you
Exactly.
Exactly.
supposed to do, somebody gonna find you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
want to get that
And
attention,
another yeah,
my
and another thing, they have to put their pride to the side. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm really I'm a month in of putting my pride to the side. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And and how how I had to put my pride to the side and why I had to put my pride to the side because of my relationship. You know what I'm saying? My girl was asking from my girl was asking things from me to make her happy or that she needed that I wasn't doing because of my pride was too big because I would feel like a sucker. You know what I'm saying? I would feel
Mm-hmm.
weak because, we've been together for 7 years and the only thing I fed into her was being were to be tough and to be strong. So, and I had to put my pride to the side and show her that I I got some softness too, you know? And we have to be able to do that. And once you able to put your pride to the side, a lot of things happen freely that you didn't think that can possibly happen because of your pride was so big and you ain't know what was gonna happen when you sat your pride to the side. And once I sat my pride to the side, our relationship becoming better. I mean, we able to communicate. We able to tell each other things. And I know I'm using a relationship for it, but it's the best way that I can break it. That
No,
I can
you
break
ain't
it.
wrong. That's a team. That's your team. That's your
Yeah, you
team.
know what I'm saying?
Feel
That I can break it down to a younger kid that don't understand what pride means. You know
no,
what
for
I
sure.
mean? And when I set my pride to the side, I realized everything that I have done wasn't right. I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do to make it easy for my girl to so she can go to work, so she can be at home working, not having to worry about Island doing this and Island doing that. When I'm there and I can just take Island and take him somewhere and to the park, get ice cream or do anything and let her finish her job with which she take pride in doing because she's on the phone constantly with the type of job that she does. And my kid is running around the house and she have to chase after him, talk on the phone, get this case done. You know what I'm saying? Get the people stuff in order. She have to be organized. And I didn't learn all that until I put my pride to the side. And when I went to visit her, I took so much pressure off of her, so much stress off of her that she was able to do her job and do what she needed to do. You know what I'm saying? She ended up even getting done early on a day that I had Island, for the whole time that she was at work. And it was just a little thing. I don't know what she happy. I don't know how she felt. I know how I felt
No, I was about to
because
ask.
I put my pride to the side, grabbed my child, and brought him with me, and did everything that I was supposed to do with him. And when I got back, she was either finishing up with work or she was done with work. And when I go by saying that to y'all young guys got to learn how to put y'all pride to the side and do what needs to be done. Put your pride to the side and do what the coach asks you to do. You can be the 5 star on the team, the best player on the team. Just because you the best player on the team doesn't mean that you can't learn. That you still have a lot to learn. You still have to listen to your coach. Even though you may know it, still listen to your coach because he can tell you that one little piece that you thought that you knew that you were missing. And that's why I always listen to people when they talk, even though I have heard it so many times. Somebody will tell you in a different way that you'll understand and you'll be like, oh, that's what such and such was talking about 3, 4 years ago.
Mhm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Okay, okay, 3, 4 years. It's not late. It's late, but it's not late. Long as you got it. It's better late than never. You know what I mean?
Right.
And by me setting my pride to the side, it was better late than never. I wish I would have did it earlier than I did, but at the same time, it made me a better person. It made me a better man, and overall, my life did a 360 because I don't think the same no more. I'm not putting myself no more. I'm not worried about myself no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about my significant those are my priorities. My girl is my priority first, then my son, because she carried him for 9 months. And these kids gotta understand. Putting your pride to the side is not being a sucker. Putting your pride to the side is learning to grow and willing to learn and listen and be a better person, a better player, a better doctor, a better nurse, a better firefighter, a better policeman, whatever the case may be. It don't have to be that sport. It can be anything. Like I use mine for an example, the relationship. It's so much things out here that people can't put their pride aside for because they think what other people gonna think of them. Well, guess what? Who cares what other people think? You can only live your life. I can't live Christian Jones' life. I can't live Blake life. I can't live Trent life. But one thing I can do, I can live my life. And that's what these young kids have to understand. Live your life. Live out your dream. Do what you dreamed of doing. Don't do what your friend dreamed of doing and dragging you along. Now you're not the person that you want to be. You're not that doctor that you wanted to be. You're not that neurosurgeon that you wanted to be, that heart surgeon that you wanted to be, that professional teacher that everyone likes, that everyone knows, that trainer that you wanted to be. Because you following up behind your friend goals and not your own goals.
Right.
True.
And that's what we have to teach a lot of these kids. And that's what a lot of these kids have to learn. They have to learn how to put their pride to the side early before it get too late. Because if you can put your pride to the side in high school, when you get to college, playing under somebody like Coach Saban, it'll be a piece of cake. And he will put you on a leadership team just because of when you go and talk to him, he'll know what type of person you are. He'll know this guy grown. He has integrity. He know how to handle his responsibility. He know what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and where to do it. And that's what it is. That's what it come down to.
I agree.
A lot of kids gotta understand, and a lot of kids have to understand that, but they don't understand that right now because of everything is being handed to them. It's given, 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 given. Kristen, Blake, uh, s- um, three. Y'all know we had to work for everything that we couldn't even. One of our homeboy couldn't even buy us a cheeseburger back in the day. So you mean to tell me I'm an athlete, none of my friend plays, and they can't buy me a cheeseburger?
Right.
They don't know what they don't know this. The NCAA don't know what type of situation that kid in. He may not eat that night. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. To piggyback off of Christian and Blake, and I want to get started on our topic today about the social media, how it is kind of is it's a help, but then again is ruining the younger kids because soon as something happen, they run straight to social media and think that social media supposed to be their getaway, which in reality, when you go to social media, it only make the situation worse because people on there that you don't even know are gonna say stuff that you don't like, and it gonna turn you, and it gonna make you mad, and it gonna make you do things that you don't normally do, and that you didn't mean to do. And now you're gonna be saying, "Nah, I ain't mean to do that because such and such said this." No, you went to social media and told the whole world about whatever you have going on. Now the whole world in your business, you know what I'm saying, talking about it, and you wondering why. Because you posted on social media. While you posted on social media, you got the number one running back over here doing work while you worried about social media.
Facts.
If you can stay off social media, you can be that. You can be the next LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? AJ McCarron, Trent Richardson, Blake Sam, Christian Jones. You can be the next better them. But you have to leave the social media alone. I guarantee you right now, there are kids in college before they even take a shower after practice, they get on their phone, check social media, and see what the news said about them. Instead of going and taking a shower, doing what they supposed to do, get your recovery, get your free massage that you gonna get, go to study hall, and then you got all day to get on social media and do what you're supposed to do.
Messed up, man. You need to get right.
Right.
Cause get out of practice, man. You sweaty. You in them dirty clothes, man. Go get in that
You know
shower,
what I
man.
mean? But the first thing you do is social media. Why? Social media is not gonna help you fix those plays that you messed up on the field. You need when you need to after you get out of practice, you need to have in your head, hey, this what I messed up on. I ain't gonna let it happen again. And Trent, you already know if you messed up in Coburn room and you come back out there and do the same thing the next day, oh, you finna get chewed out.
And
You
that's
you
the
you
most
might not even practice for the rest of the day.
that's the most
All because of you missed that one assignment and practice is 2 hours long. Now you standing on the sideline on a full scholarship and people that's out there watching looking at you like, oh, he must not know the plays or he must be in the doghouse. And you know that's how everybody look at Alabama when we have 5 and 4 star come in that's supposed to be good, that being talked about. When we at practice, they expect these guys to be in. But
But
instead, they on the sideline, and no
making
one knows why they on the sideline. But in reality, they on the sideline because of they don't know the playbook. They didn't go home and study and do what they were supposed to do. They got out of practice, got on social media, probably didn't even take a shower, went to study hall, and where were they at? Wine Wednesday, or down there with $2 whiskey at Rounders. You know what I mean? All that Innisfree, 1831, Copper Top, Kennedy's, the new bar that they got down there, 25. Instead of
pause.
going home, studying for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. It don't take 30 minutes to go over that playbook and be like, I got it. Before I go to sleep, I'm gonna take 5 more minutes. So when I wake up, it's on my mind. I know it. But these kids nowadays, they so worried about how many followers they got, how many likes they got, who unfollowed them, who followed them. You know what I mean? Like somebody will go a kid in college right now go crazy if they see Trent Richardson follow them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they gonna go show the whole locker room. Look who just followed me on Instagram, bro, Trent. But this guy over here may be sitting down reading his playbook before practice. But you on social media. And
yeah.
that's what killing the younger kids these days, the social media. Because they so worried about what social media is saying about them. And I think that and I think that college should limit social media for their players because it's taking away the social life. They not able to socialize with their teammates. And that's why when they get on the field, they can't connect because they don't know their teammate. They're just like, I'm gonna take it back to when we played Washington in the semi final game. Ruben and Ryan, our whole team was a brother. Ruben and Ryan had a connection that was so good that Ruben told Ryan Anderson to peel and catch the interception because they gonna throw it to the running back. I'm a blitz the B gap. You step up and cover the running back, and we scored on that play.
And what's crazy about that conversation, they probably ain't had to say nothing to each other. They just looked at each other like.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, boom, I got it. You know what I mean? They probably even did a cut on the arm that say, hey, you peel, I'm a blitz.
And
You
I
know what I mean?
heard the whole conversation, word to word, with the eye contact or the sign.
You know what I mean? I know exactly what you talking about.
That
You know what I'm
real.
saying? We'll know that's just like lining a running back lining up out there a receiver, and we got a two-way goal, and we look at Jalen, and I don't think we do it give Jalen the deer eyes, and he know where we going. He know where we going. If I don't give you if I don't give Jalen the deer eye, oh, he know I'm finna run this 5 yard out. But if I look in and say, I'm gone, we got that connection.
Yeah,
And
for
and
sure.
I think social media is taking away from that type of connection because these guys not sending out back of Brian or whatever dormitory they live in, barbecuing, sitting out there talking about the hard times, sitting out there talking about how we're gonna win the national championship, what we need to do to win the national championship. They not doing that what we were doing. When you come to the back of Brian, you would think it's a party back there. But in reality, we all just back there talking, getting to know each other because we all from different states, different cities. So we trying to get a connection with each other, you know what I'm saying, to be able to play for our brother. Cause if I don't have no connection with Christion Jones and he out there getting into it with somebody, I can't do nothing but look because
Right.
I haven't talked to Christian because I've been on my phone the whole time worried about social media. But if I'm having a conversation with Christian telling me what I can do better, and I'm telling him what he can do better, we telling each other what we see in each other. So when we get on the field, if something go down, I'ma ride with my bro. Cause guess what? We sitting here every day teaching each other, learning each other. And I'm not saying that the whole team not doing it, but I guarantee you that there's at least 8.5% of the guys that doesn't have a connection with the guys on their team.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to hear y'all perspective on the social media part of what I just said about being able to socialize with your teammate.
Uh, I'll go first. I think behind that social media, man, you can it's like wearing a mask. You feel me? Like you can be somebody that you're not. And sometimes you might get lost in that. And I think some kids get lost in that because they're one person on social media and then there's somebody else in real life. So when somebody has been following you or they know you and they see you and then they be like, dang, I thought you was this person. Now you feel upset. Now you lost. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think some of these kids like I when I was in college, man, I used to love the phrase like, "Dang, Blake, how you been? I ain't seen you in a minute." Cause when they say that, that means I've been working. I've been working. That's why you ain't seen me. You know what I'm saying? It's best to be
Mm-hmm.
missed. It's always best
Right.
to be missed than always being in somebody's face. Cause when you in somebody's face all the time, and they get tired of you. And I just think
Mm-hmm.
these kids, I think these kids need to focus on what's going on in this real world because that's what you face every day, man. With communication. Like I asked my quarterback today, can you give me a 30-second summary of yourself? And he couldn't do it because he never had to. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like if I ask you, like some kids don't know how to write an essay, but they can type a whole essay of an argument in their phone.
Yeah, and like you just said, like you can ask a kid, tell me about yourself, and the first thing they gonna say, what you want to know?
Oh, look at my IG.
You know what I'm saying? No, I want you to tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. Cause if you
Right.
can tell me about yourself, then you in love with yourself and you know yourself. But if someone asks you to tell them about yourself and you say what you want to know, then you don't know a damn thing about yourself.
Most
Because
definitely.
you waiting on them to ask you a question so you can answer it in the best way you could.
And then the best cookers in the world, they don't give when somebody like grandmas, right? When they cook that dang macaroni cheese, that cornbread or whatever, they're not giving you their ingredients, they're not gonna give it to you because that's their ingredients of why it separates them from everybody else that makes food. So when you working out and you putting that all on social media, sometimes it's good. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's bad all the way, but sometimes it's good to show people that you working and you out here grinding. We can see the results. But when you post something every day, man, you let me know, like you giving me your ingredients to your sauce. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, and then on that rep right there, when you on that social media, who's to say that was the hardest rep of the day? That's probably your hardest rep for that whole workout. So then now you really got to set yourself to the side and think about what you got going on again. And my only question is, what you really want? Like, what do you really want out of life? Like, what do you really want out of life? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I ain't always had this mindset, but what I want out of life, bro, I wanna achieve all the goals that I can do and be the best father and husband that I can be. And I want to I want to serve my God, man, and give these young kids the best thing. But I can't do that being on social media 24/7. My quarterback can't connect with my wide receivers or get on the field if you always on social media. Feel me? So that's just how I feel about the whole thing, bro. That's just how I feel about the whole thing. It's just like I like it more when people don't know what my every whereabout is or what Blake doing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I
Exactly.
like and like, oh Blake, you look like you ain't been doing it. Come on, let me show you then. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't got no more. We ain't got
Because
no more.
when
We ain't got no more show me's, bro. No
right,
more show.
because when I feel like when people asking, well, what Christian Jones doing now? What Bo doing now? What Trent doing now? What Blake doing now? Well, obviously we doing something right. You know what we doing. Obviously we doing something right because you asking and you just want to know more information. No,
Okay.
no, I'm not gonna express everything that I'm doing to the world to know my whole business because everyone deserves some privacy.
Everybody deserve it. And then when you like that too, people got to pay to get that information. That's
You
a
know
whole
what
nother conversation. But
Right. Exactly. No, you exactly right. You have to pay to get that conversation that you want.
mm-hmm.
Because like I mean, we sitting here now, you know what I'm saying, talking free game, but we're not telling deep down our business. I don't know what Christian going through. I don't know what TR3 going through. I don't know what Six going through. Y'all don't know what I'm going through. Only thing I know is when we get on this call, all four of us is smiling and happy to see each other because of what? We built a connection in college that lasts forever.
That's
And
facts.
me and Trent ain't even go to college. And that just shows you how Alabama tree line go a long way.
It do.
I agree.
Everybody that played running back at Bama knows the running back. Had a conversation with them or have some type of contact with them where they can get in contact with them if they need them. And from Mr. Dale, well, we have a lot of things that's popped up with questions or comments. It's time to change the mindset of this team. Nut up or shut up. Be better, stronger, faster than everybody else. And that's always been the motto. And Hicks, instead of likes on social media, focus on 101,000 fans cheering you on at the game. Exactly. Exactly. You have all these people coming to the game to support you, and after the game, you go on social media to see what somebody said that's all the way up in San Jose.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you got when you got people right here, that cheer you on, that paying thousands of dollars to come see you play, and you walk right past them and not sign a autograph.
I mean, at the same time, I mean, it's an in and out when it comes. Like, this is just me. You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm not
I understand.
hard or
Is it
nothing.
is it like
It's
with
it's
the
more
with
it's
the
more
auto
about
with the autograph situation? It's an in and out thing because after the game, we have thousands of people standing out there waiting on us. We can't sign 1,000 autographs. We
right.
can give 3 to 4 autographs and keep it moving, but if we sign one and keep signing, we'll never leave.
No, I'm
But
with you,
we
but what I was saying was more of like, yeah, you got 101, 100, you got 100,000 fans. Like, stop worried about them. Like, yeah, like we can worry about them, but at the same time, like I'm gonna worry about my family and my last name. You feel what
exactly.
like I'm out there playing like I can't be sitting here worried about social media because I'm only remembered by my last play. I'm only remembered
Mhm.
by my last action. So when I leave this camera, you're gonna think about the last thing you heard me say or what I was doing.
Exactly, because you only as good as your last play.
Come on. You feel me?
Yeah,
So it's just social media, bro. Like, it's cool to do social media, but have a reason to be on social media.
exactly,
Don't Instagram, have Instagram pay you.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, man. I think that there was a great show that we did tonight, man. And I hope that the people that were watching. I hope that we gave y'all some knowledge and some things to think about, and to change your ways. And it is it's not bad to change. I mean, I changed. I changed. You know, a month and a week or two ago. I'm not the same person that I was. What I'm saying? I had to change for the better. I had to change for myself, and I also had to change for my significant other, because if I can't change for her, then our relationship can't move forward. But whatever y'all going through that watching this live, I pray that you able to put your pride to the side and being able to think about others and what's right and what's wrong, and being able to own up to what's right and what's wrong, and being able to listen to your coaches, to your teachers, and whoever may be training you, Christian. I pray that you and Blake Sim have a great 7-on-7 team and turn out to win the whole thing. I'm gonna give you guys with the gear at the end of y'all season with the care package that we agreed on, and I hope that y'all take that thing home, and I hope y'all have of more than a few players that stand out at the end of the year. But again,
Appreciate that.
again, for the people that watching, don't be afraid to change. Cause once you change, you'll be a better person. You'll feel much better than you have been, and we're gonna wrap it up. And I want you guys to tell the people what you have going on and what you got coming up, and I'll go first. So what I got going on now, the USFL, we reported today. Supposed to be in a meeting right now, but I am doing this cameo. I mean, not cameo. I'm doing this developmental focus point for these kids, and we get our camp stuff starting tomorrow and everything. Cameo is still up. uh New stuff is coming on the website for this season for the Birmingham Stallions. uh Jersey shirts for the Birmingham Stallions. Also will have I also will have gear at the Paul Brown Museum on April the 25th and 26th, when we do our show up there. And make sure that y'all request y'all video on Cameo, and get y'all tickets to the USFL game. They're very cheap. You can get you a box for with 8 people for $120. You can get you sideline passes for I think $60, and I think you can get season tickets for $25. 6 games, and we would like for you guys to come out and support us in every way that you can. If you can't come out, where we can respect that and hope that you can watch it on TV. And that's all I have for right now. And I'm gonna pass it along to CJ.
Right now at 7 on 7, we have a fundraiser this Sunday, having a chicken and fish fry this Sunday from 12 to 6 p.m. at Central High School. If you're in the Tuscaloosa surrounding area, we'll be there from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. We'll have chicken plates and fish plates, 2 sides. You get a dessert, you get a drink as well. Very cheap. The fish plates will be at $8, and the chicken plates will be at $10. So come out and support. We'll be out there getting ready by 9 a.m. this Sunday. This Sunday at Central High School, you'll see us posting all on 15th Street and on 8th Avenue as well. So appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Blake.
Oh yeah, man. We got a fish fry Saturday. Also look out for our autograph session, man. We got an autograph session in Chatsworth coming up, and got spring football, man. If you're in the Georgia, Atlanta area, man, you ain't doing nothing coming up in May. If you ain't got nothing going on, man, I give dates later on in the other show. In the May, if you're not doing that, man, come watch some football. We got our spring football game coming up. We're being sponsored by Jordan, and we got a lot of great things. We just hired our head coach. My baby girl is doing a thing in basketball, man. She's showing out. She's playing AAU basketball. She just got MVP. So I'm a very happy father behind that, because she's living on the legacy. I'm not pushing her to do that because she can have her own life, but the fact that she's competing and out there giving her all and all that and having good grades, man, I just got to give her flowers, because, I mean, she get rewarded for the great things she do. And also, yeah, man, that's pretty much it for me, for real. Just grinding and getting it, man, and just encourage people just to go to church, get closer to
Right.
God, and serve Him, man.
Good. Kristen, they asked, is it this Saturday?
What?
Us, Alabama Cowboy asked, was the fish fry this Saturday?
This Sunday, from 12 to 6 p.m., we'll be at Central High School right here on 15th Street.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna pass it along to TR3, the athletic director, the radio host from Monday through Saturday, the running back coach, the head coach, the school teacher, the foundation of the community. TR3, what they call TR3 with
Ropes with TR3.
ropes with
Hey,
TR3.
boy, my boy got
Uh,
out in Pensacola.
he got oh yeah, and he also got his little vibe spot down in Pensacola that he ain't invited us to yet, for a trip, what I'm saying, and show us around. But what else you got that added on to your busy schedule? What should I call you? Should I call you Mr. Athletic Director right now, or should I be calling you TR3 ropes with TR3?
I try to do what I can, and I try to do it the best I can. Yeah. Everybody hear me, man? On my side, it's about that. Y'all hear me though?
You stabbing, breaking up.
See, on my end,
Well,
it's a lot of static. Can y'all hear me?
it's still breaking up. I would do yours because I already know everything that you got going on. So you can find Trent on Ropes with TR3 Monday through Friday. Special shows on Tuesday at 6 o'clock with him, Reggie Ragland, and Antonio Latham. Blake Sims supposed to be on there, and myself as I supposed to be on there, and it starts at 5 instead of 6. I'm sorry, it starts at 5, and he's an letter director at Irondale, and He also does his shows
Hey,
at Walk. He also have a partnership with Walk On Restaurant. He also have a vibe restaurant down in Pensacola where you can go and get you a nice margarita if you need one on the water.
yeah.
And if you ever looking for him and want an autograph from him, you can go to the biggest neighborhood that is located in Birmingham. That's where he's at.
Oh yeah, man. Also, man. Going Bama Standard. I was on there Tuesday talking about the competition between Ty and Jalen. Check that
Uh-huh.
Bama out, man. You feel me? Go hear me out on that. Hear my opinion on the competition.
Yeah, and make sure y'all go check out Blake on the Bama Standard show from yesterday. Rewatch it. I think it's something that y'all guys will want to see, and also for the parents, y'all will want to see our show that we had last week with Blake mom. And again, she gave some good advice for the mother that's out there that's going through recruiting. So I think y'all should listen to it, and she would be a really big help to the situation that these moms are going through the recruitment process. And if that is it, and we thank you guys for coming on, taking y'all this hour out y'all busy day to come on and give some knowledge to these young kids. I appreciate you guys. Keep pushing, stay dedicated, and try to win and win the next day. And I just want to say, roll tide to y'all guys.
Roll Tide. Good luck this spring ball, Bo.
Man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, I need a sideline pad, fool.
Yeah, I got
I don't
you.
get nothing but that 25 and 60 and
I got you.
I'm
Just let me
with
know.
Bo.
Hey, when you get there, that's all you gotta say. Bo told me they're gonna say okay.
Bo knows, huh? Bo knows, huh?
Hey man, they know. They know.
Hey, you gonna rock that 25 again?
Yeah, I'm gonna rock that 2-5. Hey, I'm gonna rock whatever the fans want me to rock because I want to bring back that 9 piece.
Ooh. Hey, comment below, man. What number should Bo wear? Comment below.
Hey, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that next week. We're gonna have everybody comment below what number I should wear next week.
Out the
But
gate.
but we 7 minutes over our time, and the people is blowing me up saying that we 7 minutes over our time. So that's the end of the show. Y'all have a good night. For the people that watching, we appreciate you guys, and roll tide to the roll tide fans, and for the other people, have a great night. And you are
Roll
watching the Developmental Focus Point. Thank you.